Today's topic is a bit more personal to me, and for a short while I thought maybe it wouldn't be entertaining enough to talk about, but I also know that there's probably a lot of people who can relate to my experiences growing up. So here we go. Let's talk about my Asian American identity crisis. So quick summary on how I got here. My parents were immigrants who moved from South Korea to America in the 1980s to start a new life where they had my two older brothers and me. So while my ethnicity is Korean, my nationality has always been American. Growing up, I always felt really distant from my Korean background. Not sure when it started, but for as long as I can remember, I've always felt kind of disconnected from it. It didn't really help that we lived in a super white area, so there weren't many other Koreans to talk to. I remember my dad would always be like, "Why don't you have more Korean friends?" "I don't know, Dad, you kinda didn't give me a whole lot to work with here." I'd like to mention that despite growing up in an area with very little diversity, I was never bullied specifically for being Asian. Aside from the occasional annoying microaggressions and Asian jokes, from what I can recall, nobody had ever gone out of their way to make me feel isolated from my race. Just making it clear that this video has very little to do with bullying and more to do with my own internal struggle. So where should I start?